Hey guys, what's going on? So I want to talk about the current state of Eden All-Stars. A ton of people have asked me what's going on, who's winning, who's the strongest, who's losing, how are you guys placed, how about this team? So I'm going to be covering all of that in this video. This will kind of be a series of Eden All-Stars. I'll be talking about a lot of drama, some juicy details, the timeline, history, Eden All-Stars and everything like that. But this video, I'll mainly be talking about the current ranking, who's in the lead, who's losing, who has a chance to still win, and so on and so forth. So hopefully you guys enjoy. Like I said, if you come from one of the other series videos, welcome. Enjoy. All right, so like I said, this video I'll mainly be talking about the guild kind of rank here. And sort of who's in first place, who's in last place, et cetera, et cetera. I'll sort of maybe do a brief history on kind of all the alliances that are currently in Eden All-Stars. But first thing is first. Thank you guys for joining. Thank you for watching. First of all, let me kind of back up and explain Eden All-Stars and sort of the difference between regular Eden. So in Eden All-Stars, it's essentially 16 alliances, the top 16 alliances in the game. This is strictly by power. Just overall combat power, so basically troop power in the game. 16 of those alliances, in theory, it's going to be the top 16. Some decided to, not participate. Some broke up. Some joined together. So like some super states basically joined a lot of their players into an alliance. So it's not necessarily like the best alliances, but it kind of divulges more into the strongest states. But that's a little bit besides the fact. So 16 of these alliances are taken, and they are given an ally. Not given, they're allowed to choose an ally from anywhere else in the game, any other state in the game. Now, one of the key things to mention here is that these 16 selected alliances, these 16 top alliances, have to be from different states. So even in the case of 97, they had multiple alliances that are in the top 16 in power, but they're only allowed to select one. So that really only mattered for 97, but also 545 had that situation where there were two alliances that would have been in the top 16. So instead they had to combine. So in any case, with that knowledge, you're allowed to select an alliance from any other state in the game, but it can only be selected once. So for example, 545 cannot select the other 97 alliance, right? That's just, it's not going to work. So everybody selects one of their additional alliances from there. Now there are 32 alliances in the game, 16 guilds of 200 people. You cannot join, you cannot leave your alliance. It's just flat, it's 200. There's no leveling up to invite players. It's just immediately you spawn with your players. So with that said, 100 x TW6 is two alliances, Alliance 100 and Alliance TW6 combined into one guild. Now 100 is from state 323, TW6 is from state 279. So they currently occupy the World Center, and it's important to understand the season rewards for Eden All-Stars. It is a little bit different from regular Eden. So control reward number 1 is basically just whoever owns the World Center. It's occupation value after that means literally nothing. Just whoever owns or controls the World Center at the very end will get control reward 1, rank 1. Rank 2 is you must occupy a capital level 6 and have an occupation value over 400. Over 500 or including 500. But the occupation value doesn't matter too much. The big thing here is these capital level 6s. So there are only 4 capital level 6s. They are these 4 in the middle. The remainders on the outside are capital level 5s. So it doesn't matter if these are taken. So there's basically only 4 opportunities to score that kind of rank 2 or that control reward 2. If multiple alliances control these level 6s, as is the case in the Eden All-Stars map currently, it'll go by occupation value. So, for example, Angry Muppets controls this one. B1MXCHZ controls this one. Whoever has the most occupation value will get that control reward 2. And then the other one will get, control reward 3 and so on. So similarly, control reward 3 is basically the exact same thing, just kind of the lower occupation value at the end. And then sort of everyone else is basically just occupation value. It doesn't really matter. So pretty much you have ranks 1, 2, 3, and then sort of everybody else. As long as you have greater than or equal to 400 occupation value, you get Conqueror's Award 1, and it's just occupation value from there. Everybody gets a participation award, and it's important to mention that the Eden All-Stars awards are better than a regular Eden. So even the last place Territory Award 1 rewards are basically like the second place in a normal Eden, or third place or something like that. So it's still good rewards regardless. There are also some custom rewards for Eden All-Stars. You get a badge that you put on your, you can put on your base, on your like little gift area, just cosmetic only. And you're able to display, hey, I came in third place in 2021's All-Star, whatever. There's also a skin that's very exclusive to Eden All-Stars. It's not permanent, but it's a cool little, doggy thing. And then there's a badge similar to the COZ rewards, so like the Promise of Ares, that just give you some extra stuff. And it's basically just the Conqueror and the Dominator or whatever badge from there, just slightly better. So with all that said, it's kind of important to understand that the occupation value that I'm going to show here is not terribly indicative of reward structure. So in any case, let's get under the guild list. So in rank 1, we have 100, but it doesn't matter if they're rank 1 or if they're rank 5. They will still get control reward 1 as long as they occupy the World Center. So this is states 323's 100 and state 279's TW6 combined for 995 occupation value, but that doesn't really matter much. In second place, we have SK2 B1M XCHZ. So this is state 620's B1M and state 666's CHZ. They are currently in second place, and they do occupy a capital level 6. So if it ended right now, they would be in second place. In third place, we have 460E, which is state 461 and state 96. Now, here's where things get a little bit interesting. Like I said before, some of these big states had to combine multiple alliances together just because, they have multiple alliances that are really strong. So they kind of band all together. Some of the alliances invited in here are basically just core alliances that play together all the time, 100 members or maybe like 90 members, and they pick and choose a couple people, to come in, or someone, is taking a break this season or whatever. But for the most part, it's a core regular alliance. And you'll see here that, 100 is a core alliance, TW6 is a core alliance, B1M is a core alliance, CHZ. Most of the alliances that actually just have like an alliance name are going to be kind of these core alliances that just go. And then all the state names are generally going to be kind of conglomerates of that state. So not necessarily an alliance, but rather just state stuff. So in this case, state of 461, basically all the strongest players from 461, maybe not all, but you know what I'm saying. And then the strongest players from 96 are in 46E. They also occupy a capital level 6, so they're in contention for rank 2. In fourth place, we have KOS, so this is their Angry Muppets. It is 264's KOS and 526's K4H. A similar situation of kind of that core alliance moving together and not pooling in everybody. Like I said, they might take like 5, 10, 15 people from a different alliance and so on and so forth. But for the most part, it's a core moving together. And this distinction is kind of important because you'll notice that it seems to be the situation where those core alliances that move together are performing a lot better, at least at the moment. They also occupy a capital level 6. In fifth place, we have MHM and JMT. So this is state 263's MHM and state 116's JMT, core alliances together. They also occupy a capital level 6. In 6th place, we have GJP and NW1. This is 554's GJP and 280's NW1. They do not occupy a level 6, but they do, in fact, own a level 5. But at the moment, they're rank 6. So it basically, they would get the, same as rank 9, for example. It doesn't really matter after these first 3. Well, I mean, you might get instead of territory reward 1 for occupation value, you'd get a little bit of a better one, but it's not like 5 and 6 are any different. They're going to score basically the exact same rewards. Then in 7th place, we have HX1, so 567 and 780, sort of state combinage here. These, I believe, are both Chinese states. I'm not very familiar with either of them. I believe it's 567. I might have said that wrong, but 567's HX1 and 780's Cup 2 or something. I'm not really sure. I don't want to offend anybody, so let me figure out exactly which alliance that is. So Born of Fire, I'm not sure. It's probably multiple alliances just joined into one. Yeah. So I don't know. The state of 780 and the state of 567 are kind of HX1. Then in rank 8, we have M95, which is basically the state of 576 and the state of 714. But I believe for the most part, 714 is CP9. But in any case, they are together in rank 8. And again, it doesn't really matter at this point much, really, who's ranked where. Rank 9, we have Mon, or Mun, whatever, Money Comes, and UNP. So this is state 201 Money Comes, or something like that. And then state 64 is UNP. They are together, and again, these are alliances, moving together, core alliances from here. And rank 10, unfortunately, I have no idea what this says, but if you can read it, blah, blah, blah. This is state 518 and state 736. For the most part, it's, I believe 736 is kind of the Kamehameha, or K36, and then 518 is NKC, but it's kind of super alliances there. In rank 11, we have HXD. So it's HXD from 534. Gotcha. And then 509, Kiss of Dragon. In rank 12, we have 32B. This is 632 RTM for the most part, and 723. I'm not really sure what alliance from 723, to be honest. I don't really know these players very well either. So forgive me. Again, like I said, I really don't know those players very well. I don't think I've ever interacted with them, and they are Chinese locked states, so I don't really have any opportunity to. In any case, they're ranked 12. At that point, it doesn't really matter. Rank number 13 is Legends. This is state 97 and state 600 UV1. 97 is a super alliance, basically, of that state, and then 600's UV1. And they are rank 13. In rank number 14, we have LEB, LSS Exodus Begins. Try saying that 10 times fast. I practiced because it is a tongue twister. LSS Exodus. This is my alliance, actually. Or I'm in this alliance. We are unfortunately ranked 14, but hey, it's better than 16. In rank 15, we have CPJ, which is state 494. And state 745. They are currently in last place. Unfortunately, it just kind of is the way it is. But yeah, state 745 GWG and state 494 CPJ. Yeah, they kind of drew the short end of the stick, and I'll explain that in the next video. So watch that as well. That one's going to be a little bit more exciting than probably this one. And then in last place, we have the official reporters. This isn't really a real guild at all. They can't score. They can't do anything. So technically, 15 is last place or whatever. So that's the current guild ranking. Like I said, most of the occupation value is not terribly important as long as you get over those certain numbers, which are really low in AllStars. It's not as important. You don't need like 2,000 or 1,600 or anything like that. So you can have very low points, and essentially the top 3, and then everybody else is more or less the way to put it. So that's about it for the guild rank and kind of the current iteration of the map. As most people know, once you take the World Center, it's very hard to take it back. So who knows? It's never over till it's over. And if the entire map decided they want to take the World Center away, they will take the World Center away. So who knows? We'll have to see. I stream it basically every week. So you guys can join those live streams and stop in and say, hey, how's it looking? I probably will do more videos as time dwindles down and kind of explain what's happening from there. But in any case, I will be continuing this Eden All-Stars series. Like I said, the next video is going to be a little bit juicier. I'm going to be talking about the history of Eden All-Stars, kind of some of the underlying rules, some of the unwritten rules, some of the broken rules, some rivalries, things like that in the next video. So stay tuned. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. If you're from any of these states and you want to rep your alliance, please do so, especially if you're in some of those states that I don't know of. It would be great to know people from those states. Anyway, that's about it, guys. Signing off. Stay healthy, stay happy, stay having fun. Catch you guys.
Wake up, early mornings, late nights, hopping on a different flight. What's the meaning of life, ayy? Wake up, same-ish, different day. Make a wish, call it pray. Am I sick, am I okay, ayy? Stay up.